5 tips or recommendations for making sure you run a really effective committee. First of all, I'd say the more the merrier is a golden rule. We've all probably been involved at clubs and committees where it's run by 1 or 2 or 3 people. It might still be there's only a small handful doing the heavy lifting, but the more people you can invite onto your committee and make feel welcome and as though they can contribute, hopefully some of those will end up converting into being the really long-term committee member. So that's the first suggestion, would be the more the merrier. The second suggestion I've got for having a really effective committee, particularly advice for the chairperson here, but I'd encourage you to share as much information about the club as you possibly can. Don't keep secrets. Make how the club is run really transparent with your committee and even with the whole club. It's important for them to understand the financial side of the club, you know, all of the challenges you've got, but also the really good stories. The more transparent you can be, hopefully then, I think, in my experience at least, the more people are invested in the journey with you. They see the good, they see the bad, but they want to actually get in there and help, and hopefully, you know, then there's more of the good and less of the bad over time. The third suggestion I've got for running an effective committee is around structure. Make sure you've got a regular committee meeting schedule. Make sure you're taking really good minutes. Make sure tasks are allocated, and they don't have to be really big complex tasks, but just make sure that in between each meeting, people know what they're expected to do, when it needs to be done by, and all of a sudden, once you start dividing all the work up into lots of little tasks, it's, you know, one of those a problem shared is a problem halved kind of scenarios. So you get lots of hands, light work, and then as a president, your job becomes less on the doing, but just making sure the people that you've got on your committee are doing what the little bits they need to do, and that you're providing the support that they need to get that done. My fourth tip for running an effective committee is a little bit bigger picture, and it's getting back to what your committee members want to get out of their role. People will join committees or volunteer at clubs for lots of different reasons. For some, it's just the chance to, you know, to help out. Some people are naturally inclined to volunteer. Some people might join a committee because they're trying to develop new skills or, you know, get some experience on their CV. So as a president, the more and the better you understand your committee members' motivations, the easier it is for you to help them to, you know, get what they want out of their role. And then the more inclined they are to, you know, to continue on the committee, to develop, to take on new roles and responsibilities. And also, yeah, you see them sort of maturing into their roles too. That's particularly important in the context of succession planning. And then hopefully, you know, you're identifying some people on your committee that are, you know, set up over time and looking forward to taking on your role as president when it's time to pass the baton over. My fifth and final recommendation for running an effective committee is to make sure you're being strategic. It might be as simple as having an agenda item on at every single meeting that's about the big picture. Absolutely, it's crucial to have a strategic plan, but you really just do need to encourage yourself to not always be on the operational things. There's the saying in business about working in your business or on your business, and it's exactly true for clubs. It's really important as a president particularly, you're challenging your committee members and encouraging them to take a longer term view. Where do they see the club in 5 years, in 10 years? And then put in the, you know, the foundations to help get there step by step. When you break the big picture down into a few digestible bits over a number of years, you can be surprised the sort of massive things you achieve, whether it's new club rooms, floodlights, you know, introducing whole new teams or going in new directions. Take that long-term strategic view and watch your club grow over the years.